From the pages of WCW Magazine, May 2001. The wrestling world in 2001 was in turmoil, with WCW in its final days. This issue of WCW Magazine provides a fascinating glimpse into the state of the company at the time, with in-depth interviews, behind-the-scenes commentary, and features on some of the top stars of the era. The cover story highlights Diamond Dallas Page, one of WCW's most enduring stars. As one of the last major faces of the company, Page continued to blaze his own trail both in and out of the ring. Despite WCW's instability, DDP remained a major player, using his relentless work ethic and passion to stay relevant. The feature delves into Page's career, emphasizing his rise from being a manager to a legitimate main eventer and WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Page reflects on his career path and acknowledges that while WCW's future is uncertain, he will continue to push forward. Marcus Buff Bagwell, one of WCW's longest-tenured wrestlers, sits down for a candid interview. He opens up about his frustrations, the perception that he's difficult to work with, and his thoughts on his tag team with Lex Luger as totally buffed. Bagwell discusses his journey in WCW, from winning tag team titles in the early 90s to reinventing himself in the New World Order. However, he expresses frustration with the lack of opportunities in the main event scene, blaming behind-the-scenes politics. One of the most striking moments of the interview comes when he recalls his near-paralyzing injury in 1998. He details his recovery and how it changed his perspective on life. Bagwell insists that, despite his controversial reputation, he remains a team player and is loyal to WCW. However, he acknowledges that he has considered jumping to WWF if the right opportunity arises. A detailed feature on Lance Storm examines his methodical approach to wrestling. Storm is portrayed as a no-nonsense competitor who takes his craft seriously. The article breaks down his strengths, including his unparalleled technical ability, his powerful leg-based offense, and his famous Maple Leaf submission hold. It also highlights his accomplishments, such as holding 3 WCW Singles Championships simultaneously, United States Hardcore and Cruiserweight. Storm speaks about Team Canada, his faction within WCW, and hints at his dissatisfaction with past members who have come and gone. However, he praises his current allies, Alex Skipper and Mike Awesome, claiming that they form the strongest version of the group yet. After a brief sabbatical, Rick Steiner returns to WCW with a new focus. Once a dominant tag team wrestler with his brother Scott Steiner, Rick is now dedicated to proving himself as a single star. The article follows his journey back to the ring, detailing his training regimen and renewed passion. Steiner won the United States Championship in February, solidifying his return. He also reflects on his amateur wrestling background and how it has given him an edge over many of his peers. Steiner makes it clear that he still has plenty left to prove and intends to make an impact in WCW. The rising star of the Cruiserweight division, Sugar Shane Helms, is profiled in this issue. Helms' journey from backyard wrestling to the big leagues is chronicled, showing his passion for the business. A major focus of the article is Helms' music. After breaking away from 3 Count, he wanted a fresh start, so he wrote his own entrance theme, Vertebreaker. He describes how he collaborated with Jimmy Hart and a rap group to bring his vision to life. The article emphasizes that Helms is not just another cruiserweight, he is being positioned as a future main eventer. And Dustin Rhodes, the son of the legendary Dusty Rhodes, is finally coming into his own. The article highlights how he has struggled with expectations throughout his career, but is now embracing his legacy. No longer living in the shadow of his father, Dustin is determined to carve out his own path in WCW. The piece paints him as a man at peace with himself, ready to fulfill his destiny. This issue reflects the uncertainty surrounding WCW in 2001. Columnists discuss the state of Nitro and Thunder, noting that while the product has improved, the company's financial troubles are looming. A section called Predictions, Commendations, and Condemnations touches on WCW's morale. The column praises the hard work of wrestlers who continue to give their best performances despite the uncertain future of the company. There is also an underlying frustration with internet wrestling critics who are accused of being overly negative toward WCW. The column argues that many critics are determined to hate the product regardless of its quality. Other notable features: Conan, Keeping It Real, a look at Conan's love for rap music and his aspirations beyond wrestling. A Touch of Class, a profile on Carmel Macklin, emphasizing her confidence and poise. Endgame, a discussion about the importance of finishing moves in wrestling, featuring insights from various WCW stars. Final thoughts. The May 2001 issue of WCW Magazine captures a company in its final chapter. Diamond Dallas Page remains a top star, but WCW's instability casts uncertainty over his future. Buff Bagwell is vocal about his frustration.